No joke. All right, hey, what's going on, Freedomers? All right, so in this video, we're going to talk about um, what Napoleon Hill said here. A man who does more than what he gets paid for will soon be paid for more than he does. Napoleon Hill said this, right? Yesterday, I learned this lesson as I gained a $500 client. And I understood something. I was thinking about pulling back. I thought about pulling back when it came to, like, I thought I was doing too much. I was doing more than what I was getting paid for. And I sat with myself and I said, and Spirit told me, like in the gym and this through telling you that if you do well with this, that will be a monthly payment. Because what I noticed is that my lower paying client of $97 is paying me every single month. So if I do well with this, he'll pay me every single month. And then I'll get into the point of why is that important. So it'll look like free work in the beginning. Let me see if you can see that. It'll look like free work in the beginning. Like, in other words, uh, what you'll be thinking is you don't get paid enough for this. Kind of like a job. So mentality. So what I learned is that that's not what you're getting paid for. You're not getting paid for the work. You're getting paid for performance. And I have to remind myself of this. You get paid for how well you bring, not even how well you execute. Because sometimes you can execute real well, but you really get paid for the results you bring. So the more results you bring, the more you get paid. Right? So remember what I said. It'll look like free work in the beginning. It'll look like free work in the beginning. And then you'll think to yourself, I don't get paid enough for this. You don't get paid enough for this, right? But that's a job mentality from what I understand. In entrepreneurship, this is activity based. This is performance based in entrepreneurship. So then when you perform well here, then you get them good results, then you consistently get paid, right? So quick story, I was dealing with a Virgo client couple months ago. It was about a year ago. And he had this client that he made a million. He made them over $1 million, right? So, and she was paying him $2,000 a month. Now, in the words of Ty Lopez, you can ask for equity in the company, or in the idea I'm about to give you, you take that experience. And here's what he didn't do. Is he didn't take that experience that he got and he didn't leverage it to get more clients at his new worth. So if you help the company make $1 million and they're paying you $2,000 a month, which is way underpriced, right? And he didn't ask for equity, part of the company. So with his newborn experience, he didn't act in his new worth, because he kept acting in the worth that he helped with this company for $2,000. So instead of asking for the next person instead of putting that same energy, that let's say he made $2,000 and he put some of that $2,000, let's say half, into finding new clients, and he charged them double this. He charged them $4,000 a month or $5,000 a month, right? Let's say double. That's for $4,000 a month. That's $6,000 coming in a month, right? And then he found that he took when he makes charging this person $4,000 a month, right? Then he takes half of that to find three more clients. That's paying him $4,000 a month. So what I learned from him that I learned now, because he was running a Facebook ad agency, he wasn't putting his money in finding new clients, right? So because in an agency you have to spend, and even online marketing, half your time managing and half your time getting new clients. You know what I'm saying? So getting new clients. So to go the extra mile integrally. Why? Because people can take advantage of you. Meaning, don't go the extra mile for people who you know it won't really benefit you in the end. It'll always be experience, but it has to benefit you. Like, you're getting quote unquote underpaid now, but the experience will be worth it. And because people pay for experience. Like, for instance, I took a bird to where I'm at today, and usually I would not take a bird because for me, even though it was an hour ride, it took $10 to get where I'm at, and could have took the train for $5. That's $5 saved, right? But I wanted the experience of the bird. So because I wanted the experience of the bird, I paid $5 extra for the bird. And that's the same thing with a client. If he took his new experience and to channel it in his new worth, he would have. And he took that money. He took half of this, and he said, "I'm gonna find new clients." I remember his username, and he took his money and he said, "I'm gonna find one new client. I'm gonna charge him 4,000. I'm gonna find another client. I'm gonna take half that money. He's gonna find. Let's say he found one new client, 4,000. Take half that money, put three new clients. That's an extra for $12,000. No, excuse me, $12,000. $1,200 in his pocket. So 1,200 plus that would be $1,800 coming in a month. That's $1,800 a month. So 4,000 times 3, 12, 1, 2, 3. Yes. No, I'm sorry. Hold up. Let me do this math. Hold up. Sorry. Let me do this math. Hold on. Let me do this math. Something about it. But you get what I'm saying? Like, if he would have paid for, because people pay for experience. 100 times 3. Yeah, I'm sorry. No. 4,000 times 3. Yeah, that's 4,000 times. What the fuck? Yeah, that's two. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm bugging the fuck out. Um, he would have had. Let me show you my other phone. If he would have found three new clients at $4,000, that'd have been $12,000 a month coming in on top of his old experience of $2,000. So if he would have put more money into finding new clients, he would have had $12,000 in his pocket, right? So what I learned was what I learned was he needs to find those clients and keep doubling up. He needs to once he gets that experience. Remember what I said? People pay for experience. So once you have that experience under your belt and you paid the price and you paid an extra $5 for that money, you need to charge what your new worth is. Because if you only charge what this worth is, that's not the client's fault. That's your fault because you're not acting in your worth. So what's funny is that this old client, who paid me $500, um, is that the mirror? This old client who paid me $500. What's so funny about that is that he was an old client from about 2 years ago, and he did my consultation, and he made at least 5-10 grand for me, right? He sent his friend to me. They made money too, building that credibility. They made money, they gained followers, etc., etc. Um, and 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 he came back a year later without hesitation and paid me $500. So the times I was thinking, why can't I charge him more? And blah 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 blah. One day he came back to me and paid because he wanted somebody to handle it off him $500. Now again, when I was like, yo, I was like, when he asked me to do it, just do his to do his yeah. I think that's the light. No, that's the camera. Anyway, sorry. When he asked me to do his shout out for him, this is not only an upgrade for me because no clients have asked me that before, but that's taking too much from, in my opinion, from my wallet, right? I said that by accident, but there are no accidents in the universe, right? So I had to understand that when Spirit was telling me, yo, that's an upgrade. If you treat this right, like I said here, if you treat this right, if you treat this experience, this $2,000 experience right, you will have a new worth. So it might, remember what the quote says in the beginning, a man who does more than he gets paid for will be paid more than he's worth. So instead, when I double his income, I will have to find people who who I'll have to find new clients at $1,000 now, or $2,000, or $3,000 now, right? Because I can specialize in an Instagram agency, right? Right? So go the extra mile integrally, because this is integrally. This is where it benefits me. I'm charging him $297, for instance, and because $500 is good enough to do ads, right? $297, right? And I'm like, yo, you can't really leverage that. So that goes to the third point. Once you learn the skill, charge what your worth is and more. Once you learn the new skill, charge what your worth is, and more. So we went over that point before. So that means charge more than what you charged before. So I no longer can only charge $500. That would be the new gate, but I have to figure out a way to get paid $5,000, right? Excuse me. In the online space, charge more than $500. Charge $500 or more. Why? Only money, because money is leverage. You can't leverage cheap. Let me say again. In the online space, find a way to charge $500 or more. Why? Because money is leverage. You can't leverage cheap. Meaning you can't eat off it. You can't live a lifestyle off of it. You can't any of that. 6. This is 5. God will not give you more than you can manage. And I'm not just talking about like problems. I'm talking about, well, problems, yes, but right now I'm talking about money. Because what I had to grow and understand was what Dr. Miles Monroe said. He said, you asking God to give you more money and you can't even manage $100 that he gave you, right? You can't manage to save to $10,000, right? So like when you grow an agency, you have to balance using your money for your agency and living your life, right? So if you spend let's say I spent all the money he gave me, uh, I spent all the money that he gave me, and then I'm broke, right? Or let's say I don't have any money. I have to use more of my own money to 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 uh to do more ads, right? That would be a problem because I'm not managing the money correctly. So if I want a $10,000 client and I spend it all, and then I have to go in my account more, or have to get more clients to do that, that's a problem. God won't bless me with more because I didn't manage the little that I was given. And 6, this is a bonus, competition. When you're dominating your niche, or your lane, what the hell is this called? When you're dominating your lane, you're not worried about competition. You're studying them. So let's just use the word competition. I don't really like that word, but in the words of business, but because everybody uses it, I'll use it. When you're dominating your niche or your lane, you're not worried about competition. You're studying them. So if they're doing something that's ahead of the trend, you'll jump on it and try to add it to your skill set instead of worrying they'll take your money. Because this is how you get exiled, and this is how you get ahead. So I want you to go to bit.ly/your online domination to figure out, so I can show you how to make money online. Go to bit.ly/your online domination to learn how to make money online. Peace.